Hi guys, Amy here. I'm just going to really quickly go through with you some prep ideas for this Sunday's Wonder of Easter lesson, Saved Just in Time. Okay, so our big idea this Sunday on the cross, we clearly see who Jesus is. He forgives the soldiers and he saves the criminal because this is why he came. And we want our children to be amazed that Jesus' death can save them for heaven. So the action in the passage is Jesus on the cross with the criminals either side, one laughing and mocking Jesus and the other knowing who he is. And Jesus saying to the criminal who says, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." And Jesus said to him, "Listen, what I say is true. Today you will be with me in paradise." His last day was the first day of eternity with Jesus. What great news to be sharing. What a wonderful, forgiving Saviour, that even on the cross, he is forgiving. Okay, so let's get going. First thing, I'll get going this Sunday. I'm going to hide various balls around the garden for my children to find. I'm going to set them a time limit. It might be 2 minutes, it might be 5 minutes. It depends how long it takes me to maybe drink a cup of tea. And then I'm going to show them, here is your place of safety. You've got 2 minutes. Go and get them all. Get them in the basket. For any that don't make it, maybe they'll go in the bin. There you go. Save them just in time. Or maybe, I'm going to mix it up a little, I'm going to save. I'm going to hide the characters around the garden. I'm going to set a time limit. Save them, save them, save them just in time. And bring them back to the Barbie house. A place that is paradise. Okay, if your kids are older, we're going to get going by a terrifying egg splat challenge. We're going to set them some questions to answer. Some of them are impossible. If you get anything wrong, you're going to get this raw egg splattered on your head. But hang on a minute, they got some wrong. But just in time, a parent leaps to their rescue and takes the egg splat for them. It won't be me. They are saved just in time. Okay? So we've got going, we're into the zone, we're thinking about it, we're having fun, we're ready to learn. Now we're going to start to look at the Bible passage with our kids. So I might get them to, here's one I prepared earlier, I might get them to make a scene. We're going to sellotape our figures to the cross. We're going to talk about the criminals on the cross who had made a mess of their lives and were being rightly punished for the wrong that they had done. But that Jesus was totally different from them and totally different from you and I. He has never done anything wrong, always lived pleasing God. And that on the cross, as the criminal says to Jesus, "Remember me, this man has done nothing wrong," Jesus says, "Today you will be with me in paradise." This is how we know that we can be forgiven and we can have a home in heaven. This is how we know that Jesus takes our sin and offers us his perfection. He did it there, he can do it today for us. Okay, older kids, I'd draw out the scene. I'd get my post-it notes. I'd say who said what when, what was happening, what's going on. Write it down, and I will use the so what questions and did you spot it questions in the lesson plan to make sure that we're there. Also, don't forget, you have got your worksheets that will help you. Okay, so we've gone through the passage, we understand what's happening. Now we want to take a little bit of time to apply it to our lives. Make this learning personal. So for my older boys, I'm going to raid Dad's wood pile. We're going to get the hot glue gun out, maybe a hammer and nails, perhaps some wire. We're going to get splinters in our fingers, which is all okay because it's about understanding what the cross was really like. And we're going to make a cross, and we're going to talk about that this was for us. We're going to take the opportunity to talk to our children to then say, how do you know that you can be forgiven? How do you know that one day you can be with Jesus in heaven? What is your hope based on? What you have done or what Jesus has done for you? Okay? Here's one my daughter prepared earlier for perhaps younger children. Sticker-tastic, whatever you've got in the house. She's written on here, Jesus died for me. I'd encourage you to write her name on and to pray and thank Jesus for what he has done for us. There we go. Make sure you perhaps take an opportunity this Sunday to talk to your kids about when you first came to understand and what difference it's made to your life that you know that Jesus has died for you and so that you can be with him one day in heaven. Great work, team. Smash it. See you next week.